Well, there it is. Hi guys, and welcome to a quick guide for the Tavern Brawl this week, called Clockwork Card Dealer. So the way this one works is the game will draw that card that belongs to whichever turn. So on turn 1 you'll get a 1-cost card, depending on how you built your deck. So for example, I only have 2 1-cost cards, Web Spinner. So as long as I don't have them in my starting hand, or if I get rid of them, they will always come back on turn 1, because that's all I can draw. And then on turn 2 I have the chance to get Freezing Trap, Quick Shot, Snake Trap, Haunted Creeper, Iron Beak Owl, King's Elec. You get the idea, there's quite a few of them. So the deck I'm going to be using is this OP Hunter, and I'm just going to give some credit to this guy, but you can find it over here. You can check out the link there, it will be in the video description as well. OP Hunter, you can build your deck using this guide here. It's very vague, but it works. I've been playing around with it and it's good fun to play with, so I'm going to get into a game and I'll show you how it works. Basically, you're going to want your web spinners at the start, but you don't need to keep them in your hand because, like I say, you will get them no matter what. That's the way this Tavern Brawl will work. However, if you can try your best to get Mad Scientist or King's Elec, those are also very good cards because they'll just allow you to draw more, such as your own secrets or potential future cards that can be used. So I've noticed that quite a few cards here are great for, you know, just the swing of this tempo. It's kind of a lot of pressure, and the nice thing about this deck is it's kind of playable to the degree where you can always, oh wow, look at that. Yeah, 1 Web Spinner, 2 Mad Scientists, and a Haunted Creeper. That's a pretty amazing start. So, as I was saying, what this guy's going to be, he's going to be the Arcane Worm into Flame Walker, all that kind of stuff, Sorcerer's Apprentice. So, yeah, you get the Tempo Mage. There's a few decks that I'm noticing a lot here. You got the Tempo Mage, and you've also got, you played that too early as well. You played the coin first before playing the Mana Worm. So if you do play Tempo Mage, so you can play this deck that I'm playing at the moment, the Hunter, or you can play Tempo Mage, or you can play Druid Ramp. These are the decks. But if you do play Tempo Mage, make sure that you do the coin after you place the Mana Worm. So we could go for a quick shot, but we just want to flood the board really if we can. And we'll go for the face in this instance. If I feel like I need to trade, then I will do, because like I say, this isn't exactly a rush hunter, but it's got enough cards to allow you to apply pressure and potentially win the game through rushing. However, you do have the option to go into more of a sort of mid-ranged game. So it looks like we've got some Freezing Trap going on there. That's a little unfortunate. It could have been Snake Trap, that would have been better for us. Well, maybe. Maybe not. So if we put this down, he's maybe going to trade with that instead of trading with this. So I'm going to hold on to the little Timber Wolf, because we can always combo that with Unleash the Hounds later on. And we'll sit tight with our little Mad Scientist. Now this is going to be Mirror Entity, like 9 times out of 10. It's just going to be Mirror Entity. So he's waiting for me to put something down that he can use. So do we go for a quick shot? Yeah. Wow, it wasn't. Alright, that must be the other secret then. Interesting. Well, that's probably a good thing actually, because I can chuck down Haunted Creeper now, just to be a nuisance. Yeah, Mirror Entity is the other one. So if it isn't Mirror Entity, it's Effigy. I've noticed that.
The light does not
Wow, that's a pretty darn good anti-hunter there going down. But fortunately we've got Ram Wrangler, so hopefully we can pull back some luck, chuck him down and get something nice on the board. Yeah, that's not terrible. So we'll take that. And we'll see if we can do any... Okay, what's that? Snake Trap. Wow. He took my Snake Trap. I didn't actually check what trap I had, but there you go. That works in my favour, provided he doesn't kill off those snakes. But I get the feeling he will. But I could have always used Unleash Hounds on those. Imagine if I had Knife Juggler to Unleash Hounds and all of that. We're still okay though here, for the moment. For the time being. Barely. Just about. He clearly wants board control. So this is a mage that is dying for board control, as we can see right now. So we can always fight him on this. Now one of the advantages we have here is the Houndmaster, who actually, you know, obviously has great synergy with other beasts, particularly this one, so may as well kill off what he's got and go for some face damage. I'm not going to chuck down the Timber Wolf just yet, because we don't know what's coming up, and there's probably going to be a silence. If he has one in the deck, I would have thought that would be a sensible move to put a silence on that Haunted Creeper. If he doesn't have one, then that's great for us. Let's find out what he's going to do. Looks like he's trying to stall the game out, so bear in mind that there's a really good chance. Oh, we just got Dr. Boom because, of course, turn 7. So the way this works is, of course, like I mentioned, you get whatever turn cost card for the turn. So 7 is the only 7 card we got here, 7. So I think probably putting down a Dr. Boom here is absolutely fine. I am concerned about it being... well, actually, I'm just thinking here. I haven't got great synergy with Unleash the Hounds, and if I place Unleash the Hounds, I can get 2 damage out of them. I kind of don't want to lose the Haunted Creeper, even though it's not a big deal, just because of Flame Strike is pretty much inevitable. However, Dr. Boom kind of counters Flame Strike. So I could either do Dr. Boom and sacrifice these 2, which sucks a little bit, but it's kind of the way it is looking right now. He's having to make me think, which isn't fair as a Hunter player, I must admit. So Unleash the Hounds into Timberwolf. I only get 2, so that's not really that impressive, and I still got to sacrifice one of these creatures. I think these 2 have served their purpose, so Dr. Boom is such good value that we're just going to go for that. And to hell with his Flame Strike. Because if he plays Flame Strike, I've still got Dr. Boom. So what are you going to do, boy? What are you going to do? He doesn't go for it. He's building up for his Archmage Antonidas by the looks of it. With the Emperor Farison. That buys us a little bit of time, and we can, of course, put down Ragnaros, who isn't also going to die to the amazing Flame Strike. And if he puts down Archmage Antonidas, I don't think he's got enough cards, especially with 28 health, so no. Raggy will do this one. And I'm just going to go for the face at this point. I will clear this though, just because that's just a couple of damage. Now you might be saying, oh, why don't I go for Emperor Farison with Dr. Boom? Well, because of that being an opportunity. Plus, we are a hunter, remember, so we don't really want to sit in this game for very long. If you do cancel your quest for today, if you haven't already, there's a good chance you might be able to get the quest that allows you to get 5 Tavern Brawls. Oh, hello. Yay. That means we get to keep Dr. Boom, and of course, Reggie. So we're just going to make this even more even more nightmaric for him. Otherwise I was going to put down Savannah and Freeze and Trap. That would have been lovely. So there you go. You can see how this deck works. If you do come across any decks in particular, it's probably going to be Tempo Mage and Druid. They can be just as effective as this deck, so if you are familiar with them, you might want to try them out, but otherwise, pay attention to the creatures that I've got on the right-hand side. Otherwise, just look at the video description below, and you can get a good idea on how to build this deck. Unfortunately, you will probably need to be able to afford Dr. Boom and Ragnaros, so if you can't afford those 2, then basically place in... Kel'Thuzad, perhaps on 8, but then again, maybe you haven't got Kel'Thuzad, so doing Naxxramas. Do Naxxramas if you haven't done it already, because there's so many good cards from that. There's quite a few options, really. Just whack down whatever you feel is necessary. So, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, then thumbs up the video, and take care, and good luck on your Tavern Brawl. I'll see you later.